This is the Ascension energies for the coming week. So we have this push-pull between the 3D and the 5D, and this has come up. This came up in the last video. And this is causing a lot of dissonance, distortions, blockages in the field for those that are basically at a tipping point to where you're prepared to move into 5D, but there's some back and forth energy. You just can't seem to make it there to ground there, okay? So we have basically the 5D is balanced, stable, centered energies where you feel kindness, consideration for others. It's also divine justice, so it's not being pushed around or manipulated, okay? So there's a fine balance there of the 3D or the 5D energies, because it's not this all-encompassing love. All-encompassing love of universal and unconditional love at the 0 point field doesn't actually manifest purely until 60, okay? And even then there can be dissonance and duality, okay? So 5D, there's still distortion, still some back and forth, still some lower vibrational energies, etc. But so there's a balance there of understanding divine justice and your sovereignty and freedom, basically your authority to be who you are as a divine being on the planet, okay? So not being pushed around by being a people pleaser, too nice, that type of thing. So that's what we're looking at there. It's really understanding your divinity and your true nature. And then the 3D energy is really about attachments, poverty or scarcity consciousness, obsession, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. So these are things that will be pulling you into 3D. So pay attention to where your mind space is and what the thoughts are that are creating the actions or the beliefs or the experiences that you're having, okay? Is it this balanced, stable, divine self that leads with kindness and consideration, compassion, or is it coming from fear, okay? So we have this awareness of you being a celestial being, and this is your divine authority, okay? So something you could do to help refine that and anchor that in is the Divine Light Source Fractals in the guided meditation series. So working with diamond light, I said divine light, but it's diamond light. Okay, the Lyrans, for some of you guys may be working with other advanced beings, but the Lyran beings from Vega are actually helping you with the shift, moving from 3D to 5D. And there's a whole process in the Academy. The first step is the Mercana, which this has come up before. If you guys are really resonating with, you would want to do the Mercana activation in the Academy, okay? And the other things you're going to want to work with is lower chakra balance and the soundscape, which is 285, and the Aurora re-encryption, which is 963 in the soundscape meditations, okay? So those three are recommended. And Vega is helping you through those, so you can actually tune into Vega or Lyran energies while you're doing those and see if there's messages coming through for you, okay? We see a shift from any sort of chaos, stress, or the lower vibrational pull into the 3D energies in the next week, moving to the space of inner peace, okay? There's two recommendations here to move into the space of inner peace, and that is the Kujikiri Zen, as well as the quantum purification. 60 reality. You guys are shifting octaves, and some of you are beginning to tap into the 60 consciousness, which is that of universal love, unconditional love, 0 point fields, and full unity, okay? The Enzo technique, Sha, I Am Power, would be recommended here, because when you access this divine love energy, you can actually begin utilizing it to create from a spiritually divine power place instead of the ego well you're working with divine well. Okay, so some of you guys need to work on that. And lastly, we have working with the cosmic heart and really expanding and connecting to the heart of the goddess. Okay, so there is a huge octave shift this week for a lot of you guys. Pay attention to the physical body. Make sure you are resting, drinking lots of water, keeping your energy as pure as you can. Okay, keeping the mental, emotional fields really focused on the path you want to walk. Okay, the reason why we do the energy healing and the clearing through the field is because very little of this process is actually conscious. Most of it is held energetically and is therefore subconscious. Okay, so the energy healing will help you if you're going back and forth 3D, 5D, and you feel like, well, no, I'm always focused on this higher path, non-judgment, the, balanced and compassion and love. I'm always focused on that consciously, but you're experiencing some of these lower vibrational realities. A lot of that is because the field needs to be purified because you're holding that within your field. Okay, that's why this process is really inward. Okay, so we got to do the shadow work, and that's what shadow work is. Okay, so when you feel this push-pull, it might be time to do an analysis or just begin purifying every level and layer of the field and making sure the chakras are open, balanced, and stable. Okay, hope that was helpful. See you next week.